They have made their way from worm to human, but much in them is still worm. In the Chronicles, the story of Dune, uh, towards the end, Leto the Second becomes the God Emperor of the pretty much all of life across the universe, and he merges with the worm. He's the worm god, and he poses his peace across the universe, which is just nice, pleasant comfort, but it's backed by tyranny. If you oppose it, um, you're basically just killed, and he's doing it on purpose. Yeah, everything's great, comfortable, but it's all uniformed, and this is in line with much of Nietzsche's work. Everyone, the good people, the herd, they all have their one pleasure for the day, their one pleasure for the night, and anyone else that wants otherwise voluntarily goes into the madhouse. But see, this whole thing is humanity. The surface of the earth has housed a madhouse for far too long. It's all been in reverse. The mentally ill, which is everybody, because they're so delusional. Call you and try to treat you. It's a projection. Um, they say that you're mentally ill. Now, my video yesterday, if you know what life is worth, it might sound like I'm bashing the feminine, but I'm not. It's just, it is what it is. I mean, you can say whatever you want about the masculine. I don't think we've seen it, though, much in this lifetime. Yet, it's coming, because things do need to be moved forward. It's about the holy, like it's a whole, vagina, feminine, but the whole, right? The masculine, when it's fully aroused, becomes what's a whole, It's not holy, it's whole. Um, so yeah, Nietzsche talks about the struggle of the worm and to overcome the worm. And in Dune, the worm god, the god emperor, imposes pretty much equality for all. It's everything is uniform across the universe, and it's made pleasant and beautiful. But see, the human spirit has problems with that, and every problem, the misfits, the ones that the spirit kind of, while he's alive, he has his fish speakers. Interesting, right? Fish speakers. It's an all female army, right? Because they're much more obedient, even in times of peace, to the worm. He does away with all the Sardaukar and the Fremen, the Freemen. He does away with the Freemen and the mighty Sardaukar and all that stuff, and he creates the fish speakers, the Pisces speakers, and that's how he's able to impose Leto's peace. But he's doing so to create the tension, so that way when he's dead, the great scattering happens, the great movement forward, because they're finally out from under that oppression. The worm is finally conquered, and there's an evolution of sorts in that story of mankind, which ensures that life isn't destroyed forever by mechanical, the ones and zeros, machines. he sees the need for machines to be used later as tools, but not to make us tools. Because in that story it says mankind won't be replaced. It will be replaced, but mankind is just a rope. But like what we are in essence is morphing. Our awareness will not be replaced. It will evolve. And we are now the worm, at least in me, is dying. And we should not seek approval by those around us. Just let them go, because they're still worm, and there's nothing left for them. Just like Nietzsche said, let the people and their leaders do whatever, you know. May they be tyrannized over, and may some of them come to basically dismiss that world and go through what we've gone through, the confusion and the longing to overcome. But if you try to assist them, it's just a trap. And much of going back to like the mentally ill, calling you mentally ill, and a lot of the video I said yesterday, you know, the best defense is an offense. With all the shaming and all that stuff, like Nietzsche said in Thus Spoke, in Beyond Good and Evil, I think it was in chapter 7 towards the end. He goes, "What regards does woman have for truth? Nothing can be more foreign or hostile towards a woman than truth. What regards does woman have to know herself, if she's even capable of that? Woman has so much cause for shame. But see, with it being in, having been in such a feminine age, all this shame and all this stuff, it was to keep you on your toes. Everything you were taught, like the Bibble Babble Holy, was to not give you useful information, it was to make you usable. Because everything is willing to power. We contribute that to, oh, that's masculine, always looking for power. No, yeah, masculine is, because that's just the way things are. Like, look at the trees. It's everything is trying to grow. Just like Lato's expansion, expand outwards. But so is woman. And woman, you know, can be caring and all that stuff, but can also, you know, the devouring mother gets off on, you know, fucking up the little kids too. Because, I fucked up the little kids. I made them cry. I am powerful because I did so. Like a woman's will to power, I know we're not supposed to talk about this. Maybe I'm the first one to be fucking talking about this kind of crap. It's scarier than the masculine, you could say, in a lot of ways. You know, let's get our head up out of our asses, out of all these illusions, these beliefs, these doubt and belief, these Pisces ways of thinking. This good, this evil. The good and evil are just passing clouds. Who is the evil man? The man of the other morality. It's just surface layer bullshit to keep you on a ones and zeros binary thinking, to keep you part of the simulation. It's a trap, and yeah. A lot of my thinking or whatever, like uncanny deduction that Christoph was saying with the fractal, a lot of his experiences. I was watching some SCP stuff last night. Look up the Charlotte King SCP, the short video. Each one is like 12 minutes or so, or 15. The Charlotte King SCP and also when day breaks. It's a, it's a lot of metaphor of like what we've been experiencing. When day breaks and the Charlotte King. Um, yeah, I'd be the Charlotte King. But yeah. All right, that's enough for now. Overcome the worm. Expand outwards. Let's evolve.